Good late Wednesday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this November 19th of 2019. Today was the day where we hope you had a chance to enjoy any outdoor plans because cloud cover starts building in late tonight ahead of our next storm system that will change things up quite a bit for the rest of the work week and will leave us on a cooler note as we head into the coming weekend. That's going to be our primary focus for this update, but let's look back at our day from Indigo Sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri, near the Oklahoma-Missouri state line. We had a little high cloud cover at times this morning, and again late this evening right before sunset. Overall, though, we had just a beautiful day with quiet skies, mostly sunny skies, and a decent warm-up after a cool start this morning. Cloud cover begins to roll back in either very late tonight or certainly as we head into your Wednesday morning. That is ahead of our next storm system that will bring rain chances back in here to keep an eye on and maybe some snow for a few spots. If temperatures can get cold enough on Friday, we'll break down that as we go along. And then on the backside of the system, once we start to clear out for the rest of the weekend, rain chances that is, well, we will definitely have temperatures trending quite a bit cooler compared to this little mild stretch we've been enjoying for the past few days. 7th range line just before we hit the 9 o'clock hour, showing quiet skies while the traffic below continues to move along just fine. The official numbers for today had us topping out at 66 degrees after starting actually a bit on the cold side. We actually dropped off to about 35 degrees, but again, with a relatively dry air mass still in place, a light breeze and plenty of sunshine, we wasted no time warming up today. 53 at last check at Joplin Regional just before the top of the 9 o'clock hour. An east breeze starting to become more southerly at 6 miles per hour. Humidity, it is eventually starting to climb back up. Right now, though, it's sitting at 45%. Everybody enjoyed a mild afternoon. Just keep in mind, we should be in the upper 50s for highs, but everybody made it at least into the middle 60s this afternoon. At last check, across the board, we had temperatures already dropping back into the upper 40s to lower 50s. That's primarily where we're going to stay as we head through the rest of the night. On average, overnight lows dropping off to about 49. And we're thinking early overnight lows because as we work closer to sunrise, we'll actually have temperatures warming up a little bit as our southerly wind picks up and our next storm system gets ready to roll on in. So we could be, everybody, at least in the lower 50s by 6 o'clock for your Wednesday morning. Then we should be at least back in the lower to middle 60s as we head toward noon and lunchtime on your Wednesday. The Skywatch Storm Tracker definitely showing the cloud cover developing out in central Kansas. Some of that already sneaking into our corners of southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma. For most of the day, though, we kept our skies mostly sunny thanks to high pressure that's now starting to scoot along the Mississippi River. It's leaving St. Louis and heading toward the Ohio River Valley. Then that will allow this next front off to the west to roll on in. We'll have the warm front lit through first, at least ensure a few more mild days before we have this cold front slamming in and cooling us down for the weekend. In addition to that, the two upper waves at the jet stream level, they have finally emerged out of the Pacific waters. This first wave coming across the Pacific Northwest, the second one working over the Baja Peninsula and areas just south of the California, Arizona, Mexico border. We'll get some energy from the southern low first, the southern upper low. That will bring the cloud cover back in and maybe give us some thunderstorm chances Wednesday afternoon and evening. But then it's going to be that more potent upper level wave in the Pacific Northwest that could really bring in the cooler air as we head toward the end of the week. As far as tonight goes, we keep things dry overall, but temperatures will only hold steady in the upper 40s to lower 50s as cloud cover eventually continues to build on in. Before we see any potential thunderstorm chances get going, maybe as early as Wednesday afternoon, certainly by Wednesday evening, with the south breeze picking up behind the warm front and the head of the cold front, we will definitely at least have a mild day once again. 49 to start, 63 by noon. I'm thinking highs around 67, all because, again, of that south wind at 10 to 20. We could even have gusts near 30 miles per hour at times. Again, our thunderstorm chances tomorrow could pick up as early as Wednesday afternoon after 3 or 4 o'clock, but they will definitely be on the increase with periods of rain and thunderstorms Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, and taking us into Thursday morning. Fortunately, we're not expecting anything too strong, certainly not seeing anything severe with our thunderstorm chances take us into our Thursday. So far, if we were thinking, let's say Thursday morning rain chances and maybe a bit of a break for Thursday afternoon, that even on the backside of the cold front, we will have that wave in the Pacific Northwest, that upper level wave, work on in. That will bring in more moisture to result in rain as we head into Thursday night and Friday morning. And depending on how cold it gets in some parts of the area Friday morning and even Friday afternoon, that could change some rain over to a bit of a rain-snow mix. For the time being, we're not too concerned about big, major accumulating snow. For most of this system, it's going to be mainly a rainmaker for us. It's something we'll have to keep an eye on because we'll have to see where the heavier rain wants to set up and train as the system slowly moves along. For now, the vast majority of the area could see between half an inch to an inch of rain. The heavier amounts will have to stay just south and east of Table Rock Lake and south of Benton County, Arkansas. Thankfully, though, we will be in the process of getting the system out of here by Friday afternoon. But as it does, look at how cold it gets Saturday morning. Overnight lows will want to drop into the upper 20s. So we'll have a few more mild days with highs at least in the mid-60s. 67 tomorrow, 64 on Thursday. Then as the colder air works in on Friday, we'll drop to 36 for a Friday morning low. Then we'll warm only to 44. After we start in the 20s Saturday morning, we'll be back to 47 Saturday afternoon, 52 on Sunday. Thankfully, we will have quiet days Saturday and Sunday to enjoy for any outdoor plans this weekend. 60 on Monday, then our next storm system to keep an eye on. We'll start to working on Tuesday with rain chances by then. Have a good night. Have a great Wednesday.